Selfies, selfies, and selfies. We all love to take selfies more frequently, and this greed of taking selfies forced the smartphone manufacturers to focus more on the front-facing cameras and not the rear camera. Now, Vivo is a brand which promises camera and music in its smartphone and continuously releasing smartphones with the best front camera and not focusing on the rear camera. Hi guys, this is Shipra, and in this video I'm going to talk about Vivo's newly launched smartphone Y66, which is also a selfie-centric smartphone with 16 megapixel front-facing camera with Moonlight flash. I mean, come on Vivo, you have already released two selfie-centric smartphones and one is with dual front-facing 20 megapixel cameras. Anyways, let's just see what Vivo Y66 want to offer us to make it different from other selfie-centric smartphone. So let's begin. So let's start talking about design and build. It's a unibody design curved from the corners. The smartphone is made out of plastic, but the rear panel is in glossy finish that can easily be mistaken from a metallic design. But actually it's not. At the front top, you will see a 16 megapixel selfie camera along with Moonlight flash, earpiece and sensor. While below the display, you will see capacitive touch, backlit navigation buttons. Now the back of the smartphone is the simplest one I saw in a Chinese branded smartphone. You'll see two antenna bands on top and the bottom part. Camera is on the top left corner with LED flash and Vivo branding in the center. So overall design of the phone is ordinary and has nothing new to compare it with previous Vivo smartphones. Now if you look at the display, it's a fairly decent screen size. It's a 5.5-inch display with just HD resolution. That's a disappointment here because in the similar price range in other smartphones, you are getting a full HD display. But if we ignore that part and we look at the display, viewing angles and touch response is good. Color reproduction and brightness levels are also fine. And if you will use it under direct sunlight legibility is also good, but the display here is not layered with any protection. So these are few things about the display which you need to keep in your mind before buying this phone. Now as far as the performance is concerned, I expect this phone to run most of the heavy applications including high-end games like Asphalt 8 or Modern Combat 5. I'm quite satisfied with the performance and it performed well in test too. This phone is powered by a 1.4 GHz octa-core MediaTek MY-A750 processor, which is paired with 3 GB of RAM and 32 GB of internal memory, which can be expanded up to 128 GB using a microSD card slot. So it's perfect for low-mid usage like social media apps, mid-end games. It performed well in multitasking as well. It can handle various applications easily, including multiple tabs opened on any browser. So if you're a person with low-mid performance expectation from a smartphone, then Vivo Y66 is perfect smartphone for you. But it doesn't come with a fingerprint sensor, which is again a biggest disappointment here. Because even basic smartphones which are starting from 7,000 to 8,000 now has fingerprint sensor. So I don't know what Vivo was thinking before making this selfie-centric smartphone. Anyways, if you look at the software, it comes with Android 6.0.1 Marshmallow, which is layered with FunTouch OS 3.0, which provides a nice look to the smartphone and makes it fluid to use. It includes all the basic sensor for a smartphone except the fingerprint sensor. The battery you get with this smartphone is also decent. You get 3000 mAh battery, which can easily give you 1.5 days of battery power on light to medium usage. Now coming towards the end of this video, let's talk about the highlight of the device, which is camera. The front-facing camera is the best part of the smartphone according to Vivo. I'm not saying this. The front-facing camera on the smartphone is a 16 megapixel camera with a Moonlight glow flash. Now Vivo says on its website that Moonlight flash provides a professional studio effect. But in our testing, it adds nothing to the pictures. Let me tell you what it does. It degrades the effect of beauty mode and warms the color in picture a little bit. The back camera is 13 megapixel and it also shows nothing different than the other 13 megapixel cameras. Also, the pictures are not very much detailed. The pixel gets smoothened, which gives an effect on the image for both the cameras. Overall, this is not what I expected from a 13 megapixel rear camera and 16 megapixel front facing camera. So in short, if I talk about what I like and what I didn't like about the device, so first I'll talk about the pros. It has best battery backup from a 3000 mAh battery. It has decent build quality. Case is also included and factory applied screen guard is there. Now what I didn't like is it only gives you HD display. There is no fingerprint sensor included. Rear camera is poor, but front camera can do some tricks, but not as good as a 16 megapixel shooter should be. Now in terms of pricing, it is priced at Rs 14,990, and at this price point, this smartphone does not provide the full value for money because it lacks some features which Vivo should have provided. Well, in my opinion, smartphone users not just need a selfie camera, they want a smartphone to provide all the necessary features like Full HD display, a fingerprint sensor and a decent camera. And Vivo Y66 lacks all of it. So guys, make sure you check out the other options too before buying a mid-budget smartphone. So that's it in this video guys. I hope you found it useful and informative. If yes, give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe the channel. This is Shipra and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Till then, have a great time.